Shohreh, salam.
Hi, Sam. Salam, salam. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. It is a beautiful day here on the East Coast at our nation's capital.
Oh,
And
how nice. A beautiful day in
everything's
the
good in
winter
Los
in the
Angeles.
East Coast is precious. Yes.
It's yeah, it's autumn. It's great. It's beautiful. We get all four
Nice.
seasons.
Nice.
So let's start at let's start at the beginning. So Avasarala is back on top when we start season six. She had spent some time kind of ousted for the stance and how she was treating Mars and the Belters and everything. How is it, taking back that position of power with the UN and kind of because you're a wartime general in this season, really? Like, how is it kind of playing that role?
It was obviously playing this role has been amazing. I've been really lucky. I wear it like a badge of honor for the rest of my life because it was a very profound, meaningful line of story, and the character was larger than life, and a great sort of mm, role model or trailblazer for women who are watching it, and especially young women or children in the other half. I always said that when a young girl, say 8-year-old, 10-year-old in the Middle East, when she watches me in this show, it gives her hope that if she made it, I can make it too. And that's why playing this role has been very, very precious and dear to me. But especially season six, because it proved to me and to the audience that this woman is not the kind that would give up easily and leave the arena. No,
Mhm.
she's here. She will be here till the last drop of her blood because she has become one with her mission now. Maybe 6 years ago, it was a mission to her to save Mother Earth from its predators. But today, it's not just a mission, it's her life. She's lost her beloved family, she's lost her husband, and almost lost her home, her job.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that people, if insight is fundamental, the fundamental pillars are there, when when sort of something bad happens in their life, or when they're defeated, they just don't take it as, yes, I am defeated and I will leave. No, they become even more stronger. Like in real life, to be honest with you, I've learned from my mistakes more than my successes.
Sure.
Some
Well,
it's inevitable. When you make a mistake, you learn from it.
to that point, I mean, Avasarala was never a character. She was always willing to get her hands dirty. When we first see her at the start of the series, she's willing to get the information she wants from the Belters to make sure that Earth stays safe, that her home stays safe. How do you see her now? I mean, and you had touched on it, losing her family and all the tragedy she's endured. But like you were saying, she's undefeated, even with Earth on the defensive all this season. Like, how do you see her mindset now versus where it was like 6 years ago?
Well, it's the way I see my set of mind after 6 years. No matter what, when you go through the years, you age. With age comes wisdom, know-how, lots of experiences that, hey, look, I did this before and it wasn't right. I've learned from my mistakes. Let me do it another way. So it's she is I don't want to say that she's an entirely different person, but she is the older, wiser, more empathetic towards people kind of person than she was before. And the reason was before, when we start, she's coming from a tribe of politicians, one of the richest family on the face of the earth. Rather than turning into a spoiled girl who just wants jewelries and stuff, she turned out to be a great politician. But it was her earliest steps trying to learn. She was following her father's path, and she had no idea that she needs to gain experience herself in order to be able to uh, come up with right decisions that are more sort of beneficial to the human beings than being harmful. But
Sure.
she's now much older, much wiser, and far more feels like a human than before.
To that point about humanity, I mean, this is when we see a lot of characters in her position, they can be very stately and dignified. And Avasarala certainly is. But what I love about Avasarala is she is not worried about cussing, about taking you down verbally. I mean, when she needs to be serious and just like cut all the crap, she will do it. There are sizzle reels on YouTube of your character dressing down everybody.
Yes, I've seen that.
Like that have been seen by thousands. Like, what is some of them? How is it? How fun is it to get to lean into the more foul mouthed side of this character and kind of like really kind of take the piss out of other people?
It is very much so, because when you come out of the character and you watch the character, because when you portray the character, it's like the character is under your nose. You don't see it, you don't feel it. You're just there with her. But when you get out and you watch her, and sometimes when I'm watching her, she makes me laugh because she's so serious, damn serious, that I'm thinking, oh man, just take a breath, be a little bit nicer. But then I realized that it's inevitable. She can't help it. She has to do this. Otherwise, they will do this to her. So she's trying to have the upper hand. But it's interesting because I learn from every mistake she makes, or whatever, whenever she's doing the right thing. I myself learn from it. I've learned a lot from this character, more than any other characters that I have portrayed before.
Well, I'm curious because as somebody that has done plenty of more conventional dramatic roles, but you've also done quite a bit of science fiction even outside of the Expanse. I mean, you took on the X-Men. I mean, you've done quite a bit. Like, what is it about working in the science fiction genre that you find fulfilling and exciting as a performer and artist?
I love working on science fictions, animations, cartoons with meaning, profound plot, something that people can learn from. And the reason I love, because you can say you can do this in movies as well, but with these three categories, you can you can tackle every issues, political, social, gender, whatever. You can tackle these issues without getting people offended, because they're thinking, oh, this happens in a science fiction. Oh, this is just an animation, but it goes right into the subliminal, no matter what.
With this going into this, knowing this was going to be the last season, was there any direction or moment that you really wanted Avasarala to have to kind of end out to kind of close out your performance with this character?
Absolutely. I don't know whether I mentioned this or not, but I decided that Avasarala is going to wear her emotions no matter what. Before, she used to suppress them, and you would never tell whether she's happy or. By the way, 6th season, you never saw her smiling, right? Never, never.
Yeah.
So it's, I decided in this one that now that she utters the words that she never dared to utter before, like when she's talking to Bobby and asks her, have I gone soft, Bobby? Mm-hmm. If she's saying these words, it means that she's wearing her emotions now. Let them see what she's going through. Maybe they would be more helpful or more understanding or more trustful, sort of.